Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Nice fall day. Decent colors about, so it's the perfect time of year to take out the old Minneapolis-Moline prototype crawler. That's right, serial number X253. Now, there's probably a whole lot of you on the channel that have never seen this, because the last time I had it running was 2018 for the Now Then Minnesota Tractor Show when they featured Minneapolis-Moline. It's been sitting ever since, and I have a new storage spot for it, so we fired it up. We're going to take it out for a run. It's the best thing in the world to run these things. Like I said, it's been sitting for 5 years. It's attracting leaves, but I love the styling of this. That old cross grill Minneapolis-Moline logo in the middle. Of course, like I said before, this is a prototype. It was built in 1956. I have the full breakdown right here. Pop that link and then just go and you can get the full story on it. But in a nutshell, they took a 445 industrial production tractor, took the back end off of it, and custom built their own final drive or rear end housing. They basically had provisions for final drives instead of axle tubes. Mounted the whole thing on a Caterpillar D2 Undercarriage. Now this is the later series Caterpillar D2 that had the 6 1/8 inch longer chassis undercarriage. You can tell because there's more space between the track rollers, and this back dirt guard, because the track frame had to be longer, has 3 bolts on the outside instead of just the standard 2 bolts found on the rear guards on all of the earlier tractors. And it is set on a 40-inch gauge, so that would be a standard or narrow gauge 4U Series D2. Caterpillar D2 3J style mainspring that has been disassembled and stacked in reverse order so that it arches up instead of down. Cat D2 equalizer spring with the links down below that. It is fitted to a 4U Series D2 pivot shaft for appropriate track gauge width. And then everything else about the undercarriage is production D2. And yeah, still has the 445 agricultural 3-point hitch on the back. We got a little bit of a viscous drag thing going on with the belt pulley clutch. That's the lever for it right here. We push down on it, we can actually spin it. But yeah, nice little agricultural unit. Drawbar, 3-point hitch, belt pulley, and one-of-a-kind deal. So let's take it out and drive it a bit. Okay, I've covered this before, but this is not a comfortable tractor to be on at all. Now, I got rather longer legs, but you can see there's not a lot of room for your feet. When you're going to hit the brake pedals, you got to kind of go sideways with your boot, otherwise your toe is going to be into the sheet metal and into the fender. So I have to steer it with sideways feet, at least with the brakes. Main clutch, well, all they did was they took the foot pedal off of the standard industrial 445 clutch and put a hand lever on, so it's still spring loaded. So to keep it released, you have to keep that lever pulled back against spring tension. If you ever let it go, it's going to auto re-engage, so it's not the safest setup on a crawler tractor. Throttle right here, torque amplifier high-low range lever right there, and of course 3-point controls over here. Let's see if we can lift those arms. That still works. That's always worked really well. And so steering levers, right track, left track, same as D2. Here's your shifter in the middle. Now here's the prototype nature of this beast. To get into first, you can see the shifter clashes with the steering lever. So what you would have to do, and I'm only going to, well here, let's see if we can use the mag mount. I can demonstrate it. All right, different vantage point for y'all. So to get it into first, you have to release the main clutch, pull the steering lever back, hold it with your leg so you can create clearance to pop it into first. Then you return the steering lever, being careful not to bash it into the shifter. Then you can re-engage the main clutch and off you go. So we don't use first that often, and we've never tried fifth. That's directly below first. So, like I said, prototype nature of the machine. They never put this together to actually test with it. It was just a showpiece at the factory. So here's your gear layout. First is here, fifth is below that, and we have third to the center and up, second to the center and down, fourth just off to the side and up, and reverse is all the way this way and down. And you can see once again we clash levers going into reverse because that's just the nature of this machine. This shifter was never meant to go with steering levers, so most times we use second or third. I've been in fourth a couple times. Overall, this tractor's slow until you hit fifth, and I'm not even going to try it with this, not with one-of-a-kind irreplaceable parts. So we'll just do a second gear crawl. No clutch brake on these, so sometimes you have to re-engage, spin the gears again. There we got second. Throttle up just a bit. Off we go. Oil pressure good. Temp's good. Tack was never hooked up on this. That's why we still read 0. That's why the needle doesn't move. We don't have an odometer. This is a little bit slow. Let's go for third. Oh, I didn't think that was in. There we're in. Third's a super short throw on these. I've never really liked it. That's pretty good walking speed there. on the gas. Key off. This is the new non-flammable structure that my irreplaceable items will be dwelling in. There's the D2 cab, X253. We've got room for 2 more tractors back here yet too. So we've had excellent luck with these shipping containers. I bought this 40 footer just the other day. This is the one tripper, as close to new as you can get. And the key to keeping the moisture out of them is to place them up off the ground. We always put ours on these heavy skids. Gives you at least a good foot of clearance beneath the base of the container in the ground, and that gives you an air barrier. So if we would have set these flat on the ground, that cool ground is going to want to keep the floor cold, and then every time it heats up and the walls get warm, those try to fight each other and it results in condensation. With this container up off of the ground, there's going to be no condensation in it whatsoever. Absolutely rodent proof, insect proof, absolutely watertight. UV rays stay off of everything. It's the best way I've found to store items that you just need to preserve. So, all right, yeah, the Moline crawler's put away for another winter. That's the last time out this year. I'm due to have it down at the Jordan, Minnesota show again next year because they're featuring Minneapolis-Moline, and they asked me when I was there last year if I could have it. Told them I would. So, thanks for watching, everybody. A lot more winter preps left to go. Hope to see you back again.